Hey guys, it's Renee. Welcome to this phone case DIY. So for this one, we're going to be needing a clear phone case. I tend to work with the same one. I just remove the paint once I'm done with the design. But this one is a silicone one. We need some white acrylic paint and a brush. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is painting my phone case, the whole thing in white. And I'm just going to give this whole thing a few coats. Because it's white, it's going to be taking 3 to 4 coats to have like the opacity that we want. This is how I'm going to let the whole thing dry. Once it's dry and set, we're going to be needing a few color acrylic paints, and I'm going for kind of like the colors of rainbow here. Then I'm going to be taking a few bobby pins, and I'm just going to be opening them like so, and each bobby pin is going to give you like 2 dotting tools. These are going to be my dotting tools. I do have a proper dotting tool using bobby pins. It's on my channel already if you want to check it out. The blue that I have, it's a bit too dark for what I'm going for. I'm going to be mixing my blue with some white acrylic paint to just make a lighter blue out of those 2 colors. I'm just going to mix the whole thing. Once I'm done with the blue and the shade that I want, I'm just going to start the fan. And first I'm going to be working with the yellow. I think that's focusing more on like the bottom part of my cell phone case, because the top part is going to have like the words, but I'm just going to be adding a lot of dots, yellow dots. Once I'm done with the yellow, I'm going to be moving on to the orange one. I'm just going to be focusing on like filling the areas, which is a lot at this point because it's almost empty. And then with the red one, it's going to be pretty much the same. And then I'm going to be working with the green one, doing pretty much the same, adding dots everywhere where I feel like it needs some green in there. Then blue, purple, and pink. So that's it for like the first round. For the second round, I'm going to be doing exactly the same thing, going through all the colors and just adding dots here and there just to make this fuller. I'm just going to be doing the same thing for this third round. This is just to fill the spaces, just to make this extra full. And just remember to let your first dots dry before you add the second ones, and then let your second round of dots dry before you add the third and final one. If you want to add more dots, go ahead and do it. I just felt that this was enough. Okay, my whole thing is ready and my dots are all dry. Make sure they are completely dry, otherwise they are gonna smudge when we apply the sealer or the cleaner finish. In this case, I'm going to be using this one. This is from a local brand, and I'm just going to be using a brush. Sometimes, and I get this question asked a lot, what do you use for a top coat? Sometimes I use this one, and sometimes I use a spray finish that is clear. And I'm going to be adding 1 coat all throughout my cell phone case. Once I'm done, I'm just going to let it dry in this position, which is over 4 bottles of paint. For the next step, I'm going to be using a Sharpie, and I'm going to be first practicing on a piece of paper that has like the same shape of my cell phone case, and I'm just going to practice like what font I want to go for. I'm going to be doing a few tests, and I gotta say this was the 4th time that I just tried this design, and I failed the first 3 ones, so just make sure you take your time. But I'm going to just go and place my cell phone on its cell phone case, and then this is what I'm going to attempt to do. And I'm just going to write sprinkles always. As you can see, it's not the same as with the one that is on the paper. I just wanted to go for that font, and sometimes it doesn't happen. My mistake was because I did this project, like this phone case project, like 3 or 4 times, as I mentioned before. At this point, I was just desperate to get this project, done. And so I didn't really wait enough time from when I applied my clear sealer to where I was writing this one. I think the surface was a bit tacky or sticky, and this is why, well, my Sharpie wasn't as fluent as I would like it to be. So tip from me to you, to avoid this kind of mistakes, just wait up to 24 hours if you can to just write this thing. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit tacky. Wait until it's dry and the surface, that you touch it and it's not sticky or tacky. I touched the surface and it was still tacky, so that's why this happened with the Sharpie. But yeah, this is the font and how I wanted my sprinkles always to really look like. I think it looks better the left one than the right one, but I just think the right one looks kind of cute. That's why I love this one. And yeah, this is me pretending this is what it actually looks like when it doesn't, just to give you an idea on how this could look like if you wait enough time for your sealer to dry. I honestly had this idea in my mind since last year. I wanted to try that, so I'm just happy that I'm finally able to share this with you. Hopefully you liked it, and again, if you wait for your top coat to dry, maybe you can have a better writing. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you like it. If you did, don't